This video did not exist in your reality until you directed your profound attention toward it. Right now, by simply listening to the sound of my voice, your consciousness is collapsing infinite waves of probability into this exact, precise moment in time. You are not a passive audience member sitting in a random universe. You are the ultimate architect. But what if I told you that the tool you have been using to build your life is entirely the wrong one? Throughout this transmission, I promise you will uncover a truth so ancient and so scientifically profound that by the end of this video, you will permanently shift the way you interact with the fabric of space and time. You will finally understand your true, undeniable power as a creator. Tell me, have you ever felt a deep, unexplainable knowing in your chest right before a major life event occurred? Have you ever felt that your thoughts alone were not enough to change your circumstances? That is because you have been trying to command the universe with a whisper, while ignoring the loudest amplifier you possess. To understand the magnitude of what we are about to discuss, we must first look at the invisible world that surrounds you. You are currently submerged in an infinite, vibrating ocean of energy, known as the quantum field. In this mystical realm, nothing is solid. Every possibility, every timeline, every version of your life exists simultaneously as a hovering wave of pure potential. Wealth, health, love, and their opposites are merely frequencies waiting in the dark. In the realm of esoteric wisdom and quantum mechanics, these possibilities remain in a state of limbo until an observer steps in. But here is the grand illusion. Observation is not something you do with your eyes. Observation is not a passive act of just looking at the physical world. Observation is a forceful, active, and deeply energetic engagement with the universe. You do not observe reality. You emit a frequency that forces reality to reflect your inner state. The universe is a flawless mirror, but it does not reflect what you look like, and it does not reflect what you think about. It reflects exactly what you are broadcasting. And the strongest broadcast station you have is not located inside your skull. For centuries, humanity has worshipped the intellect. We have been deeply conditioned to believe that the brain is the ultimate command center of our existence. You have been taught that if you just think the right thoughts, if you just visualize hard enough, you can manipulate the fabric of your reality. But the brain is essentially a magnificent computer. It processes past data, analyzes potential threats, and organizes information. It operates entirely on the electrical impulses of survival and memory. While your thoughts are indeed powerful electrical signals sent out into the quantum field, they are only half of the equation. Sending an electrical signal without a magnetic pull is like throwing a feather into a hurricane and expecting it to shatter a window. The thought alone lacks the density, the gravity, and the pulling power to bring the event from the invisible realm into your physical, three-dimensional experience. This is why you can repeat affirmations for hours, desperately wishing for abundance or love, and still wake up to the exact same stagnant reality. Your brain is talking, but the universe is not listening to the brain. Here is the quantum revelation that changes absolutely everything. Science has now measured and proven that your heart generates an electromagnetic field that is roughly 5,000 times stronger than the magnetic field generated by your brain. Let that sink deeply into your consciousness. 5,000 times more powerful. Your heart is not just a biological pump moving blood through your veins. It is the most sophisticated, high-powered quantum technology on the planet. It is a massive, pulsating, energetic generator that extends far beyond your physical skin. When you feel a genuine emotion, your heart emits a frequency that ripples out into the quantum sea, interacting with the fundamental particles of creation. If the brain is the electrical architect sending out the blueprint of what you want, the heart is the immense magnetic force that actually draws the physical manifestation back to you. You are literally a walking magnet, and the strength of your magnetism is entirely determined by the emotional resonance locked inside your chest cavity. Think of your physical body as a highly advanced radio transmission tower. Every second of every day, whether you are awake or asleep, you are broadcasting a signature frequency into the ether. The quantum field does not understand English, Spanish, or any spoken language. It does not hear your desperate pleas or your mental arguments. The universe only speaks one universal language, the language of vibration and feeling. Your heart is the primary translator. When you hold a specific emotion in your heart center, you are essentially programming the energetic field around you. If your heart is broadcasting the frequency of lack, sorrow, or unworthiness, the quantum field receives that signal and faithfully collapses the wave of potential into physical events that match lack, sorrow, and unworthiness. The field is completely neutral. It does not judge what you are asking for. It merely matches the geometric pattern of your heart's electromagnetic emission. To change your life, you must stop trying to change the mirror and start changing the broadcast. This explains the great mystery of why forced positive thinking usually fails spectacularly. Have you ever tried to convince yourself that you are wealthy, confident, or deeply loved, while your chest feels tight with anxiety and underlying panic? In that moment, a massive conflict is occurring within your energy system. Your brain is sending out the electrical thought of wealth, but your heart, which is 5,000 times stronger, is screaming out the magnetic feeling of poverty and fear. Guess which signal wins? The universe always honors the strongest magnetic pull. It bypasses the superficial chatter of the mind and responds directly to the undeniable truth of your emotional state. This is the ultimate cosmic lie detector test. You cannot fake a frequency. Until you align your thoughts with your feelings, you will constantly cancel out your own manifestations. Your reality is the precise physical manifestation of the most dominant feeling residing in your heart space. We must radically redefine what the observer effect truly means in your daily life. In quantum mechanics, the observer collapses the wave of probabilities into a single physical particle. But you must realize that you do not observe with your physical eyes, you observe with your emotional state. Your feelings are the very lens through which the universe is forced to materialize. When you observe your current bank account, your relationship status, or your health with a feeling of dread, you are actively commanding the quantum field to freeze that negative reality into place. You are acting as a hostile observer to your own life. The secret of the ancient masters is to become the observer of the unseen. To focus the profound power of the heart on a reality that has not yet materialized in the physical realm. When you can observe an invisible potential with deep, passionate emotion in your heart, the universe has no choice but to construct the physical bridge to that exact destination. Let us examine a phenomenon you have undoubtedly experienced, but perhaps never fully understood. Have you ever been thinking intensely about an old friend you have not spoken to in years? You do not just think their name. You recall a memory that brings a sudden, warm rush of affection and love to your chest. Your heart physically expands with that emotion. Within 24 hours, your phone rings, and it is them. Society calls this a coincidence. Mystics know this as quantum entanglement directed by the heart field. In that moment of deep feeling, your heart generated a magnetic wave that transcended physical distance and linear time. It found the energetic signature of your friend in the infinite field and plucked the string that connected you both. You literally pulled their action into your physical reality through the sheer gravitational force of your emotional resonance. This is not magic. This is the pure physics of consciousness in action. Now, consider the opposite spectrum, the physics of fear. Fear is not just a psychological state, It is a severe energetic contraction. When you are terrified, stressed, or living in survival mode, your electromagnetic field physically shrinks. It pulls inward, creating a dense, impenetrable wall around your consciousness. In this contracted state, you are entirely disconnected from the infinite possibilities of the quantum field. You become trapped in a closed loop, endlessly recycling past traumas and anticipating future disasters. Your heart center closes, and your brain goes into overdrive, frantically trying to control the physical environment through sheer force and exhaustion. This is how 99% of humanity lives their entire lives. They are fighting the physical world using only the weak electrical signals of the brain, completely cut off from the massive, reality-bending power of the heart. To break this cycle, you must learn to open the heart even when the physical reality seems terrifying. The ultimate state of manifestation is a condition known as coherence. Coherence occurs when the electrical signals of your brain and the magnetic signals of your heart are perfectly synchronized. They are no longer fighting each other. They are singing the exact same harmonic chord into the universe. When you achieve brain-heart coherence, your electromagnetic field expands exponentially, reaching out for miles around your physical body. You become a literal vortex of creation. In this state, you do not have to force anything to happen. You do not have to struggle, manipulate, or exhaust yourself. You simply hold the clear intention in your mind, pair it with the elevated emotion in your heart, and allow the quantum field to organize the exact synchronicities required to bring your desire to life. Coherence is the sacred gateway to miracles. It is the state of being where you realize you are not in the universe, but the universe is entirely within you. How do we attain this mythical state of coherence? It begins with a fundamental shift in your center of gravity. Right now, close your eyes for a brief moment and notice where your awareness resides. Most people feel their sense of self located somewhere right behind their eyes, trapped inside the skull. You must practice actively dropping that awareness down, like an elevator descending, until it rests squarely in the center of your chest. This is the seat of the soul. When you shift your consciousness into the heart space, you will instantly notice a profound silence. The frantic, screaming voices of the analytical mind begin to fade into the background. In this space, there is no past and there is no future. There is only the eternal, pulsating now. By simply centering your attention here, you begin to regulate your nervous system, slow your brainwaves, and amplify your electromagnetic field. You are taking your rightful place on the throne of your quantum kingdom. To actively program the quantum field, you must master the technology of gratitude. In the three-dimensional world, we have been taught a backwards philosophy. We believe we must wait for an event to happen before we can feel gratitude for it. We wait for the money, the healing, or the romance, and then we say thank you. But the quantum model of reality operates in reverse. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. When you feel deep, profound gratitude in your heart for an event that has not yet physically manifested, you are sending a biological and energetic signal to the universe that the event has already occurred. Your body does not know the difference between an actual physical event and a deeply imagined emotional experience. By holding the frequency of gratitude, you pull the future timeline directly into your present moment. Gratitude is not just a polite social construct. It is the most powerful magnetic tractor beam in the entire cosmos. Let us look at another undeniable example of your heart field interacting with the physical world. Have you ever walked into a room filled with people and instantly felt a heavy, suffocating tension, even though no one was speaking? Or perhaps you entered a space and felt an immediate sense of lightness and joy. This is your heart's electromagnetic field reading the energetic signatures of the environment long before your brain has time to process the visual information. Your heart is an incredibly advanced sensory organ. It is constantly probing the quantum field, exchanging data with the fields of other human beings, animals, and even the Earth itself. When you learn to trust the intuitive downloads of the heart, you align yourself with the flow of the universe. The brain will often try to rationalize a bad situation, but the heart never lies. Leading with your heart means allowing this invisible radar to guide your decisions, overriding the logical fears of the conditioned mind. One of the greatest traps in the manifestation process is the brain's obsession with the concept of how. The moment you declare a desire, your intellect immediately jumps in, frantically trying to calculate the exact steps, the timeline, and the people needed to make it happen. This analytical obsession creates wave interference. It introduces doubt, anxiety, and limitation into your pure energetic signal. The quantum field operates in realms of infinite complexity and possesses pathways to your desires that your human brain could never possibly comprehend. Your only job is to define the what and to feel the emotional reality of the end result in your heart. You must surrender the how to the infinite intelligence of the field. When you lead with the heart, you embrace the mystery. You trust that the universe is already organizing the perfect sequence of events. Worrying about how it will happen is simply a manifestation of fear, which immediately collapses the field back to the status quo. There is a deeply hidden barrier that prevents many from utilizing this immense power, and it is the barrier of cellular memory. Over the course of your life, whenever you experienced deep trauma, betrayal, or heartbreak, the sheer intensity of that emotion created an energetic block within your heart center. To protect you from feeling that level of pain again, your subconscious built an invisible, energetic wall around the heart. While this wall may protect you from temporary emotional pain, it also acts as a lead shield, blocking your electromagnetic field from communicating with the quantum universe. You cannot broadcast the frequency of a magnificent, abundant future if your heart is tightly wrapped in the unhealed wounds of the past. Healing is not just a psychological necessity, it is a fundamental quantum requirement. You must be willing to sit with those old, dense emotions, acknowledge them, and allow them to pass through you, clearing the static from your transmission line. Forgiveness is the highest quantum technology available for clearing this static. Society views forgiveness as a moral obligation or a gift you give to someone who has wronged you. Metaphysically, forgiveness has absolutely nothing to do with the other person. Forgiveness is the intentional act of untangling your energy from a lower timeline. When you hold on to anger or resentment, you are literally tethering your heart field to the exact moment of the trauma, continuously leaking your vital life force into the past. By choosing to forgive, you sever that energetic cord. You reclaim your scattered energy, pulling it back into your heart center. This massive influx of reclaimed power creates a massive surge in your electromagnetic field. Forgiveness is the act of freeing yourself from the gravitational pull of a reality you no longer wish to inhabit, making you instantly lighter and significantly more magnetic to higher frequencies of experience. As you begin to clear your heart center and consciously emit elevated emotions, the universe will immediately begin to respond. This response often takes the form of synchronicity. Synchronicities are not random accidents or mere coincidences. They are the physical breadcrumbs left by the quantum field, providing you with direct feedback that your new energetic broadcast is working. When you see repeating numbers, run into people unexpectedly, or receive unprompted opportunities, the universe is winking at you. It is the field reflecting the new geometry of your heart. When these synchronicities occur, it is vital that you acknowledge them with deep gratitude. Do not brush them off. By feeling joy and appreciation for these small miracles, you amplify the signal even further, creating an upward spiral of manifestation. Synchronicity is the visible echo of your invisible electromagnetic power. Let me share a profound, practical example of how this shift operates. Imagine a person desperately seeking a new career. They spend weeks sending out resumes, entirely stressed, their mind racing with fear of financial ruin. They are trying to force a result using only physical action and electrical brainwaves. Now imagine they stop. They sit down, place their hands over their heart, and breathe deeply into their chest. They imagine the profound relief, the overwhelming joy, and the deep peace of having already secured the perfect job. They hold that feeling until it brings tears to their eyes. In that exact moment, their heart field expands, sending a massive magnetic pulse into the ether. They let go of the desperation. The very next day, they bump into a stranger at a coffee shop who just happens to be hiring for their dream position. The physical action did not create the job. The magnetic resonance of the heart commanded the field to organize the encounter. Your heart field does not only affect your personal reality, it has a profound, measurable impact on the collective field of humanity. When you achieve coherence and radiate the frequencies of love, compassion, and peace, your expanded electromagnetic field intersects with the fields of everyone around you. Science has shown that when one person is in a state of deep heart coherence, the nervous systems of the people in their immediate vicinity subconsciously begin to align with that higher frequency. You become a biological tuning fork for the planet. By simply walking into a chaotic environment while holding the frequency of peace in your heart, you can literally alter the emotional state of the entire room without saying a single word. This is the true meaning of being a light worker. You do not heal the world by fighting its darkness. You heal the world by expanding your heart field until it consumes the darkness. We must realize that manifestation is not the act of creating something out of nothing. It is the act of quantum reality shifting. Every possible version of your life already exists right now in the vastness of the quantum field. The wealthy you, the healthy you, the deeply loved you. They are already fully constructed, vibrating at specific frequencies. You do not need to build these realities. You only need to tune your heart into their exact frequency. Think of it like a television set. The channels are all broadcasting simultaneously, but you only experience the channel you are tuned into. When you elevate your heart's emotion, you are simply changing the channel of your reality. You do not travel a physical distance to reach your dreams. You shift your internal frequency, and the external hologram simply morphs to match the new signal. This is the profound elegance of the quantum universe. To master this ancient science, you must commit to a daily practice of heart-centered living. It begins the moment you wake up. Before you reach for your phone, before you allow your brain to download the anxieties of the past and the to-do lists of the future, place your hands over your physical heart. Take 3 deep, slow breaths, imagining the air flowing directly in and out of your chest. Command your awareness to drop into the heart space. Then, consciously generate a feeling of immense gratitude for the day ahead. Visualize the events of your day going perfectly and feel the corresponding joy right now. You are essentially setting the energetic coordinates for your daily timeline. If you step out of bed in this state of coherence, you will walk through the world like an absolute magnet, effortlessly drawing the most beautiful, synchronous experiences toward you. You become the conscious director of the quantum symphony. The time of living exclusively in your head has officially come to an end. The brain is a wonderful servant, but it is a terrible master. It is time to dethrone the analytical mind and restore the rightful king of your reality, the boundless, majestic, and infinitely powerful heart. When you learn to lead with your heart, you are no longer a victim of circumstance, tossed around by the chaotic waves of the physical world. You become the ocean itself. You realize that the external world is not happening to you, it is responding to you. Every beat of your heart is a cosmic command. Every emotion you feel is a brushstroke on the canvas of time and space. Step boldly into this realization. Drop the armor of fear, shatter the illusions of the mind, and let your profound electromagnetic field ripple out into eternity. You are a vast, infinite creator, and it is time you start acting like one. The greatest revelation of your existence is this: you are not a tiny, insignificant being standing inside a massive reality. You are the reality itself, viewing itself from a localized point of consciousness. The universe is not outside of you. It is an extension of your heart's magnetic field. By mastering the incredible 5,000-fold power of your heart center, you transition from a passive victim of fate into the conscious architect of your destiny. You are the observer, the observed, and the field that connects them all. Thank you for joining me on this profound journey into the quantum depths of your own soul. If this transmission resonated with the truth inside you, subscribe to the channel and like this video to anchor this frequency into your reality. To seal this new quantum contract, I want you to go to the comments below and write, "I am the observer creating reality through my heart." Let us know, what incredible synchronicities or sudden shifts have you noticed in your life lately since you began leading with your heart?